Women's soccer advances to Sweet 16 with PK win over Carson Newman.
Another CN throw. Futrell touches it down. Futrell with it. Getting by one defender at the top of the 18. Masengo. Masengo, left-footed touch. Saved by O'Connell at the top of the 6-yard box. Brandon steps forward, strikes it low, save. O'Connell, a diving effort to her left. Burns setting up, Crivero strikes it. Burns guessed right, but couldn't extend far enough. And Crivero has tied it up here in the 37th minute at 1. Perez toes the top of the 18-yard box, steps forward. She hits it. It beats Burns right down the middle. And Lincoln Memorial, for the second time in as many weeks, shocks Carson Newman. And the reigning national runner-ups are out. And the Splitters are into the region championship match.
Men's golf sets record to win Southern Tide Classic. Women's basketball upsets Carson Newman in SAC quarterfinals. Women's volleyball rallies from 0-2 deficit to upset Anderson in SAC semifinals. Itzel Ballesteros, women's soccer.
Got my beat from London. I style, no stylish, no Chanel, Saint Laurent, Gucci bag, lifestyle, no stylish, Louis Vuitton, Jimmy Choo, that's on you. Diamonds on my neck, frozen tears, hopping out the jet, Lears, back ears getting wet here. Yes, don't call me till the checks clear. They ain't talking about fast talk.
Emily Walter, women's volleyball.
French vanilla sipping on, lid just picking up. Hong Kong, Morocco, I'm here. No stylish, and I ain't playing with these bitches. They childish, yeah. Look around, they quiet. She said I ain't got no heart. Find it. I style, no stylish, no Chanel, Saint Laurent, Gucci bag, lifestyle, no stylish.
Kelly Sinar, women's lacrosse.
Diamonds on my neck, frozen tears, hopping out the jet, Lears, back was getting wet here. Yes, don't call me till the checks clear. I got the game in a squeeze. Who disagree? I wanna see one of y'all run up a beat. Yeah, 2 open seats, we flying at 7 and pat for the beach. Yeah, keeping it G. I told her don't win.
Sierra Huckabee, softball.
No stylish, no Chanel, Nike track, doing roll with some waps, and that's capo in the back, and that's roll in the back. Don't need Gucci on my back, TV Gucci got my back. Don't know where y'all niggas at. I been here, I been back, in the lala, word of sack. I need action, that's a fact. I style, no stylish, no Chanel, Saint Laurent, Gucci bag. Lifestyle, no stylish, Louis Vuitton, Jimmy Choo, that's on you. Diamonds on my neck, frozen tears. Hopping out the jet, leers. Back, just getting wet here. Yeah, don't call me till the checks clear. I style, no stylish, no Chanel, Saint Laurent, Gucci bag.
Anthony Brown, men's basketball. Roberto Fajardo, men's track. Ian Cook, men's lacrosse. Jorge Rodriguez, men's bowling.
So, this is at 8 a.m. in the morning. Matt, can I come in at 8 a.m. tomorrow? And I said, yeah, what's up? He said, I lost my prostate. And I just said, we can't keep doing this.
All right, so I was at a golf tournament hosting in Myrtle Beach and had a women's golfer come up to me and ask me to tape her ankle. I said, yeah, sure, no big deal. You ever thought about wearing a brace? Yeah, but it always hurts my foot when I wear it. I said, okay, bring it by tomorrow. Yeah, it's not gonna feel too good when you're wearing it upside down.
Another athlete, why am I so tired? Well, did you sleep? Yeah. Well, what did you take? Well, I took NyQuil because I ran out of DayQuil. I thought it was the same thing. Smart choice.
I get really funny texts sometimes from athletes, and this one was, I'm on the toilet right now, so I'm gonna be a little late. Thanks for the heads up. I didn't need that.
So one time I had an athlete come in to me after practice saying that she had pain in between her chicken wings. I still don't know where that is.
Had an athlete come to me in the fall. Been dealing with some shin splints for a while, and since the spring and the fall, looks at me, hey, what do you think about me running a half marathon over break? Yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
So I had an athlete go home over break, and he sent me this. Hey Matt, so I decided to get an MRI done on my knee. Looks like I was just being a petty.
So I had an athlete come in and I did an injury eval and I told her she had a groin strain and she looked at me dead in the face and said, I didn't know girls had groins too.
I also had an athlete ask me one time, so can I get a concussion by making out with someone?
So this kind of happens all the time, but I had a soccer athlete come in, say, hey, first thing this morning, when I got up and I did this, it hurt. What can I do about it? Don't do that.
Sarah, when I go like this, my lip twitches. What? Don't do that.
I also had another athlete worked on her hip flexor all afternoon, and she comes back to me later on that day and she says, when I sneeze, I still feel it in my hip flexor. Don't know where that's coming from.
Then I had an athlete, and it's game day, and she comes up, she has a huge L sharpied on her left finger, on her left hand, and I go, why is there an L on your left hand? She goes, well, when I'm on the court, I don't know my left from right, so I have to remind myself what my left from right is. And I go, all right, okay.
And my last one is, I had a girl tell me that she refused to drink protein powder because she thought it would pop up on a drug test. It doesn't pop up on a drug test.
So I had a student athlete who is currently taking anatomy, and I asked him the question, what are the 4 muscles of the quad? And he replied back, well, it's the Q muscle, the U muscle, the A muscle, and the D muscle. Why else will they call it the quad?
One time I was teaching someone the 4 muscles of the quad, and one of them is the rectus femoris, and they were like, oh yeah, Rascal Flats? No.
Okay, so I had an athlete say, have you ever had a back fart? And I'm like, no, what is that? It's a fart in your low back that happens when you try and hold in a fart. Okay.
The amount of text messages I get of, hang on, I'm having to crap, I'll be there in a minute, is ridiculous.
Okay, I'm trying to stretch an athlete one time, and he says, hold up, I have to fart. I'm done.
Riley Storms, women's volleyball.
Blood is running, heart is pumping as the battle gets closer. They can say what they want now, 'cause we'll be screaming now, we can be heroes.
Alyssa Berry, women's soccer. Justice Smith, softball.
Everybody who gave up is just a fuel for wanting him more than anybody against us. They can say what they want now, 'cause we'll be screaming now, we can be heroes everywhere.
Mary Kate Kirsten, women's bowling. Erin DePaul, women's lacrosse. Julia Luz, women's tennis.
We can be heroes everywhere we go. We can have all that we ever want. Swinging like Ali, rocking our bodies, standing on top like a champion. Keep your silver, give me that gold. You're an ocean, it's your motion that I need. But without you, I am broken.
Iker Moore, men's tennis.
Take me down to your paradise. I lose my words every time I try to make sense of why I lose my mind. You're every wrong that I need tonight. I'm a
Nolan Hughes, men's bowling.
that I need. But without you, I am broken, left to thirst out in the heat. Without you, I am broken, left to thirst out in the heat.
Dan Bradbury, men's golf.
I am broken, left to thirst out in the heat. Without you, I am broken, left to thirst out in the heat. Take me down to your
Matt Mullenbach, baseball.
when I see your eyes. They pull me in, got me paralyzed. Your body makes me wanna testify. I'm a desert, you're an ocean. It's your motion that I need. But without you, I am broken, left to thirst out in the heat. Without you, I am broken, left to thirst out.
Seth Hunt's 3-home run game against Carson Newman. Ethan Elliott's 17 strikeouts versus Anderson. Jorge Rodriguez finishes second at singles sectionals. Sam Broadhurst wins first 2 tournaments of the season. Year after year, new student athletes enroll at Lincoln Memorial University, while others graduate and move into the professional phase of their lives. During their collegiate careers, most find the routine of juggling class schedules, practice schedules, game schedules, and study time can be extremely difficult. However, many excel with a level of excellence on the court, on the field of play, and in the classroom, ranking them among the best the country has to offer. So when participating in community service events, it's easy to see why Lincoln Memorial University student athletes don't deviate from that trend and are second to none when it comes to helping a cause, giving back to the local community, and assisting those in need. LMU student athletes spend hundreds of hours helping raise money for the fight against cancer. Although the biggest impact by LMU student athletes' community involvement number-wise is most likely felt by the area's youth, providing free sports clinics, reading to local school children, helping provide safe harbors to enjoy Halloween and Easter festivities, and by assisting the area's less fortunate children to have a Merry Christmas as RoHo helpers, possibly the biggest contribution by LMU student athletes this year came in the fight against cancer. From Relay for Life to Dig Pink, Play for K, Coaches Against Cancer, and Versus Cancer. Collectively, LMU student athletes helped to raise more funds than any other South Atlantic Conference program to fight the affliction, once again solidifying LMU Athletics' commitment to not only giving back to the local community, but also assisting any and all who are afflicted with some level of misfortune or who are in need. To many watching from the outside looking in, LMU student athletes compete at the highest level that NCAA athletics has to offer. To some of those individuals, and to others who read further into the contributions that have been made beyond personal accolades, team accomplishments, and national recognition, your efforts will be remembered and appreciated for years to come, and in some cases, for life by those whom you've helped. On behalf of the residents of the tri-state area, thank you for your kindness, generosity, humanitarianism, and compassion for those in need. You exemplify the true meaning of being a rail splitter.
She really pushed for me to keep on striving and work towards a goal.
And just the amount of time and effort that she puts in to not only athletes but all students here on campus. She really focuses on making sure that all the athletes, if they have anything that has to do with a professor not knowing that they've traveled that week or they have some kind of issue with work being turned in, she's always there to take care of all of that for us.
I know a lot of people love her. She's really good with all the athletes and just everyone in general. I know she affects so many people on campus.
I grew a relationship with her and could talk to her about anything, really. She's honest, genuine person, just kind of tells you straight up how it is.
Well, she's helped me out a lot with setting up my classes and the basics of it, but she takes like the extra step to make sure that I'm in classes that will help me get into the field that I wanted to get into and that fit around my schedule with sports and stuff like that.
For the men's volleyball team, I know our coach really looks up to her because she's been there for him and all of us through everything. She sent out notifications to professors when we were traveling, and that was really a big help because communicating with our professors might not be the easiest thing, but she makes it where we can communicate easily.
Dr. McNeil has been very influential as a faculty athletic representative. She has run the full course. She was a student athlete herself, been to graduate school. Now she's got the ultimate achievement of being a doctor. And so she relates to being a student athlete, but also as a faculty member. And so she's very informative with both groups.
I can tell that a lot of student athletes have really been greatly impacted by her just because everybody loves being in her classes. You don't really skip her classes, which is kind of a good sign of a great teacher. So yeah, it's just people enjoy being around her.
I think she probably has a bigger impact than she even realizes. Just that she's been a former athlete and she knows exactly what we're going through, but now she also understands the faculty aspect of it. She's just done so well of playing that liaison between both of us and just helping us with whatever problems we have, whether it's school related or not. I know there's several kids, and even I've talked to her personally about just personal things, and she's just there to lend a helping hand.
I think she just adds so much more to the position because she is very passionate about what she does. She's a great instructor. She is great with the student athletes. She loves her university. And when you start adding all the hours and all the time that she puts in along with her heartfelt feelings, that's what the bottom line is.
All right. What ridiculousness are we about to listen to? Oh.
God, I feel like I'm right in this camera.
You've got them lined up. Oh boy.
Student athlete tweets, aren't we so excited? Oh, yay. See the things these kids put on social media. Yay. You all are so creative with your hashtags and I don't know what else they do.
They're like, hello, is this thing on?
My kids are all a bit sneaky now. They've all got like fake Instas, aka Finstas. So like now they don't post anything on. They went to spring break and no one posted any Insta.
Favorite, if you think I'm more attractive in female form, Eli Wright. If you could favorite more than once, I would definitely be favoring that more than once for sure. Yes.
Of course, it's Fitzpatrick. Eating a banana in public is so awkward, especially at an airport. Fitzpatrick. The first one out of the gate is Fitzpatrick talking about eating a banana.
Andrew Gallagher. I am the thone maker of D2 lacrosse, but instead of being super tall and having a ton of potential, I'm overweight and probably peaked. Jeez.
Why does Coach feel the need to try and talk to me when I clearly have my headphones in? True story. She rides shotgun on our trips and has her headphones in. And when I get bored, I want to have a little conversation, man.
Kyle Navy, I love you, Subway. Okay, he is making out with what looks like a ham sandwich. Like, can you see this? Like, that's 12 types of nasty. Like, that's why his girlfriend Stephanie's gonna break up with him.
Why did I think it was a good idea to bring a whole mango to the movie theater? I hope that wasn't the movie that we took her to. And then, how was she expecting to eat that? Did you bring a fork and knife? How are you gonna open that without being quiet?
Urine is sweet, but sweat is not urine. Urine what?
I think you messed it up. It's urine is sweat.
Urine is sweat. Oh, start all over. I got my glasses. It sucks getting old.
Alright, if we start that over, I'm gonna need my glasses just to read it. Old man glasses. Okay, from Justice Smith, she says, in this world you either crank that soldier boy or it cranks you. Boy, Justice, I would maybe equate that to your pitching at times. Sometimes you crank it up and sometimes it cranks you up.
I literally become the whitest person once I've had a drink. Someone just deck me and be done with it. Wow. The whitest person. I don't get that. The whitest. Does that mean her head's this big?
Tyler Adams. T. Scott with the Goody Mob beat. Let's go. I guess go. Go. T. Scott. No idea. Goody Mob, baby. I don't know. It's a little older school. I don't know what T. Scott means.
All these friends of mine back home having kids and getting married, I'm just waiting for the calf to open up for breakfast. Those are real life problems.
Come on, the next one. Give me a funny one. That's not even funny. That's a mom one. Oh my God. Eyelashes, nails, and tan take you from a 2 to a solid 7. Unless you're going to Walmart, then you're a 10.
It is Kyle. I'm happy to know that the rest of my team does not tweet ridiculous things like Kyle. People keep asking where I see myself in a year like I got 20/20 vision. What's that mean? I don't, I'm legit, confused. No, it doesn't matter. It's from Kyle, so when Kyle opens his mouth, I just drown him out anyway.
Best pre-workout ever is Pure Emotion.
Woo!
Was this the day they beat us? Carson Newman, CN Women's Soccer rolling through LMU real split alike. That worked out well.
Boom.
Cornelius Taylor hits game winner at Wingate.
6.4 seconds left. This is Julius Brown. 2 seconds in the corner. Taylor for the win.
Perez PK winner in region semifinals.
Perez toes the top of the 18-yard box, steps forward. She hits it. It beats Burns right down the middle. And Lincoln Memorial, for the second time in as many weeks, shocks Carson Newman. And the reigning national runner-ups are out. And the Splitters are into the region championship match.
Emily Griffith steal and score to cap come from behind victory over Catawba. Stuckey's walk-off home run versus Catawba.
Okay, so this award is basically based on the athlete that we want, who represents everything that we want an LMU student athlete to represent based on our core values and ideals. So why do you think that Kyle represents exactly that?
I think Kyle represents all those just because who he is as a person, his characteristics, it's just his moral compass, if you will. Everyone you talk to has good things to say about him. I don't think there's a person on the campus that have anything negative to say about him. I know that he works with the women's lacrosse team in the strength and conditioning phase because of his major. I know people have seen him around here just cleaning up after other people and not necessarily just himself, but his overall pride that has to go into the LMU community, I think reflects who he is as a person, as well as demonstrates what we want in a person on our campus.
I believe Kyle is that kind of person because from the very start, his freshman year when he got here, he was not only a contributor on the field and a great player, but he was also a great person off the field. And then also as a classmate, he was the same major as me. I was able to watch him excel in the classroom as well. And I believe his GPA last semester was a 4.0, so he's not only getting it done on the field all 4 years, but his GPA at the end of the year, once he graduates, will also be pretty high.
I would say Kyle's a very selfless person. He leads in a very selfless way. I had him as he was an intern in athletic training, so I saw a little bit of a different side of him. And no matter what, I know he's very reliable. I could count on him for a lot of different things. He was very mature for his age. And being around lacrosse, I can just see that he's seen as a leader, but he's a selfless leader, which is what I think LMU stands for. He's a servant leader, he's a selfless leader, he's going to do whatever he needs to do, and he's going to do extra on top of that.
Kyle is the epitome of a rail splitter because he goes the extra mile. He does the stuff that you don't see behind the scenes, shows up on time, goes above and beyond, whether it's in weights, whether it's at practice, whether it's in the athletic training room. I've never heard Kyle complain about anything. He just puts his head down and tries to be a silent leader, which he is.
Seeing him now grow as a person and coaching him on the sideline is very unique because I get to see why all the coaches always praised him, because it's kind of hard to go in and day out and expect a great practice from all your players, but Kyle's that one person that you can always look at and just know that he's going to give it his all, whether it's practice, game day, or film, or anything else that has some type of a lacrosse-related aspect to it.
The stuff that he does on the field, off the field, in the weight room, in the athletic training room, and in the classroom is just the epitome of being a student athlete, not only here, but as a Division II student athlete.
He's someone that everybody on our team looks up to, whether they're the same age or younger. Everybody wants to go out there and play hard for him. He's a person who, regardless of the situation, has brought the same work ethic, the same intensity, the same drive, the same dedication, week in and week out, regardless of what's going on for us in our realm or off the field or anything like that.
Women's lacrosse.
I'm checking my vital signs, drawing my battle lines, going to war again. Feeling the rhythm inside of my chest, all I need is just a pen. I know I was born for this. I know I was born for this. Don't care for the critics, my words are like physics, a force that they can't stop. They just don't get it, I think they forget I'm not done till I'm on top. I know I was born for this. I know I was born for this. I believe we can write our story.
women's soccer.
We are the warriors who learn to love the pain. We come from different places, but have the same name. Cause we were born for this. We were born for this. We are the broken ones who chose to spark a flame. Watch as our fire rages, our hearts are never tame. Cause we were
Softball.
We were born for this. I've struggled for years and through all of the tears I faced, the doubts I hide. I never gave in to my fears deep within, cause I heard my voice inside. I know I was born for this. I know I was born for this. I will never lose my voice. If I cut out all the noise, I know I was born for this. I know I was born for this.
Women's volleyball.
I believe we can be an army. We are the warriors who learn to love the pain. We come from different places, but have the same name. Cause we were born for this. We were born for this. We are the broken ones who chose to spark a flame. Watch as our fire rages, our hearts are never tame. Cause we were born for this. We were born for this.
Men's golf.
I'm checking my vital signs, drawing my battle lines, going to war again. Feeling the rhythm inside of my chest, all I need is just a pen. I know I was born for this. I know I was born for this. Don't care for the critics, my words are like physics, a force that they can't stop. They just don't get it, I think they forget I'm not done till I'm on top. I know I was born for this.
Baseball.
I was born for this. I believe we can write our story. I believe we can be an army. We are the warriors who learn to love the pain. We come from different places, but have the same name. Cause we were born for this. We were born for this. We are the broken ones.
Men's volleyball.
Watch as our fire rages, our hearts are never tame. Cause we were born for this. We were born for this. I've struggled for years and through all of the tears I faced, the doubts I hide. I never gave in to my fears deep within, cause I heard my voice inside. I know
Christine Hansen, women's bowling. Tykella Goins, softball. Erica Whitaker, women's volleyball. Lisa Mulherby, women's golf. Jessica Crivero, women's soccer. Evan Corey, men's volleyball.
Remember back in the day when you taught me to live and I taught you to pray. We went in the battle together, no matter the weather, we never delayed. You gave me commands, I always obeyed. I never let you go astray. I never thought I'd see the day that you would come and just betray me. Sick of playing silly games, you never loved me anyway. You should not have let me get away, cause now I'm hunting for my prey.
Ethan Elliott, baseball.
And I'ma just get up. They ask me how I did it, I'ma just tell them I rose up. I'm a survivor. Fight for my life. Coming back stronger.
Victor Perez, men's soccer.
I'm a survivor. Fight for my life. Coming back stronger. I will arise, staring at you from afar, analyzing every scar, asking myself how we got here. Remember, this is who we are. I am not here for revenge. I did not come to make amends, not here to repent for my sins. I just came here to win. I just came here to end. I just came here to fight.
Sam Broadhurst, men's golf.
This is for the tears, this is for my pain and my plight. Two walked in, but only one of us is walking out of here tonight. I'm a survivor. Fight for my life. Coming back stronger. I will arise.